everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thought I'd show you a different craft I picked up just to play with. I originally picked it up on clearance at Joann's, and it was liquid Sculpey. And then one of my dogs ate the package. So I had some of the instructions and some of the little parts still usable, but he chewed through in the bottle of the liquid Sculpey. So I noticed it was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So I picked some up there because I wanted to play. This also came with the Joann's kit. So first let's start with your traditional Sculpey. So your regular clay, so that's this stuff here. And as you can see, bring it up a little closer. It's just your traditional, Sculpey that you make. Now, does this look a little wonky? It should, because I've had this mold here for years and years and years. So, what I didn't realize, because it was all nice and flexible and it felt like silicone. Back in the day, when dinosaurs roamed, they weren't made out of silicone. I have no idea what this is made out of, but it worked when I put it in the oven. And so, lesson learned, if you have a really old push mold, do not bake it. It will warp. So hence is why all my little creatures look a little bit warped. So as you can see, these would be perfect for using for little scary Halloween dudes because faces are a little off. But anyway, as you can see, this is just traditional clay, just Sculpey clay or whatever brand, Fimo store brand, whatever. And you just do your traditional shapes with it, in either with a mold or by hand or whatever, or using a jewelry mold. So that's just these, just to show you, and also to show you don't do this. So that's your traditional ones. And so then we're gonna move on to the liquid one. Now, can you use this if you don't, say you wanna make your own jewelry and own colors, but you don't want to use resin. This is definitely a cheaper way to go. For one thing, you don't have to have the whole masks and ventilated areas, because this is not something you have to worry about on here. You put it in your regular oven, or in my case, toaster oven, and use a jewelry mold or any other mold you have that's silicone. That can go in the oven. And it comes in all sorts of colors. So this one is gold and clear and silver. And it comes in jars that look like this, or bottles that look like this. And then you can get kits that have all the different pieces in it together. And you can get other colors as well. So this is red, yellow, and blue. And this is metallic, and it's blue, rose gold, and gold. And these were the only colors that they had left on at Hobby Lobby when I was there. I don't know if they had more colors, but these were the remaining clearance ones. And I just grabbed one of each color just because I have no self-control. So just to kind of give you some examples, you can multi-layer it. And these aren't not gonna look that good because I've just been playing and this is my first experiment with it. So you can just do a single layer, and it's really thin like this, and just so if you want to do layers, and probably want to clean this up, and you just kind of bake this for just a few minutes, just enough so that it's solid enough to handle. Then say you want to do a second layer with another color. So this is the first layer and the second layer baked, and this is the rose gold and of course the red. And I haven't figured out yet how to make these even. There's probably some really nice way of doing that, but that's the second one. And then if you really want to go and do multiple layers, you want to do it more even than I did, but the red, the blue, and then a yellow, and I need to do another layer of the yellow to build the yellow up. So those are those. And as you can see, you just put a little bit in each one, And these are just really simple. You just open the lid, squirt some in, and then the only really tools you need are, other than of course your mold, your liquid polymer clay, and a toothpick to move the liquid around so that it fills all evenly around the mold. That's all I've used so far. There might be actual tools for this, I don't know, but this is what I've been using. Now to show you some results of this. So comparing it to resin, well, if you do resin, and yes, it's a lot more expensive to get all the parts and pieces you need for resin. And the one thing about the polymer clay is it's a little bendy. So no matter what color, as you see, bendy stuff. And if you don't mind, and this feels like gummy bears. So that's what this has the feeling for. And if you're just gonna put it on like a project, you know, as an element in your, you know, as a layering element or something like that, I don't think this is bad at all. This is, as you can see, clear, and it's got, I threw some glitter in it just to see what it would do. And you definitely would probably want to mix so that it's more evenly in here. And then I put some glitter on top of this one. And as you can see, bendy. So all these are bendy. And again, if you don't mind the bendy, and you're just gonna put it on a project, then I think this is not bad and way less expensive and easier to do than resin is for that. And I am talking about the 2-part resin and not the UV resin. The UV resin you still have to take precautions with, but not as much as the 2-part resin, so, or epoxy resin. Now, if you want it to be a little more solid and not bendy, so here's some examples. And yes, I know that these are not that great looking. I was just playing, but you do. Here's a layer of the gold, and then across a layer of the clear, and in the middle is a really thin layer of regular polymer clay. Like, let's see, I have some polymer clay I can show you. So, yes, I do. So just some regular Sculpey, Fimo, whatever, store brand, whatever brand you have. I don't think it really matters. But as you can see, it makes it nice and solid where, oops, sorry, this is the bendy one. Wrong pile. But if you see, it makes it really solid. You can't bend them, and so they're more like jewelry. But you do have to do the multi-parts. So you do have to do the liquid and the solid. If you're gonna do that, I discovered that you're gonna wanna do the liquid first, get that layered all and baked up, and then put in a layer of the regular Sculpey clay, smooth it out, and then bake it. It comes out much nicer than it would if you do it the other way. So at least for me, because otherwise it comes out kind of bumpy. If you can see, it's kind of bumpy. So this is a really pretty side. This is a side I would use on a project. If I were going to use these, I don't know if I'm going to use these. I might just toss them all. But these are all just things I experimented with here just to play. And again, if you want to make your own jewelry, but you don't want the expensive resin, or you don't want, you know, all the things that you need to do in order to have to do resins, all the equipment and everything, then I definitely say this is an alternative. You definitely would need to play with it more than I've played with it. Again, I just played with it just to get some of this stuff, just to try it all, and then some kind of tools, maybe to make, if you're just doing the pure liquid, that makes it more even and not bumpy. but I liked it. I thought, you know, hey, it's a fun, different type of craft. Am I going to spend more money on it? No, but I have enough to play around to my heart's content with all these different colors, and to have fun with it. So again, traditional, kind of wonky, and then here are all the experimental ones that I did. And so, in case you are curious about the liquid polymer clay, or you want an alternative to resin, this would be it. So I hope you enjoy this little display on here of my craft. If you want to play and you have a Hobby Lobby, hopefully they still have the clearance ones in stock, and you can get it to and have fun playing with it. So I'll see you all in the next one. Definitely thank you for checking out my video. I hope you had fun seeing all my little wonky experiments, and I hope you're having a great one. See you the next time. Bye-bye.